Yes, sir, Travis. You as well, brother. Can everyone see me? Or not see me, hear me? Can everyone see the chart and hear me? This is my first YouTube live stream in a minute. Yes, sir. Sounds good. Hope everyone is having a good weekend. Day 6 of 75 hard, getting active. Getting after it. Let's get it. Last week was a pretty flat week in the beginning for the indexes, and then we actually started to pick up on, what was it, Thursday. So that actually looked pretty good. It looks good for next week. It looks like the markets are actually setting up pretty well. For next week, SPY looked like it wanted to break through all-time highs again, which is a good thing. I think next week could be a really, really good week for sure. No doubt. No doubt, skis. How do I turn my crosshair back on? Crosshair? Is it black? Bow, 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 bow. Yes, sir. There you go, Perkins. What made you have a bad week? What did you do? Did you go against your discipline? Did you go against your plan? What was it? Lesson learned, of course, man. And we know your problems, brother. I've been working with you for a long time now. You've been in the Discord, and it shows you, you know what I mean? Like, you have the same problems of, you know what I mean, over trading, taking trades that don't actually align with your strategy. So it's trading, man. There's going to be hard times. There's going to be fucking good weeks. Just because there's a bad week or a bad month does not make you a bad trader. That's one thing a lot of people need to understand. People need to understand that. Just because you have one bad week does not make you a bad trader at all. So never get down on yourself. Can you, yo, Perkins, can you tell me exactly what you did? You ditched everything. Yup, I figured, brother. That's what happens. It's called basically just getting on tilt. You know what I mean? You fuck up one time, so you start taking a bunch more trades. You start over trading, then taking random trades, trying to make that money back. And then you look like an absolute goofball in the moment. And then at the end where you fuck up, you sit there and you're like, wow, man, why did I do that? And the only thing that you can think of is, damn, how can I like, I wish I could reverse time. It's like the only thing you can fucking think of in the moment. It's all good, man. Happens, brother. Stay positive. What's up, everybody, though? What's good? Good morning, Caleb. Good morning, Jesse. Good morning, Ski. What's up? What's up? What's up, Lorenzo? Let's get it. We getting on that 75 hard, baby. Who's with me? Who's doing 75 hard? What's up, Elijah? What's up, Day? What's good, Mark? What's good, Josh? What's good, everybody? Let's lock in, man. It's Saturday at noon. Who's grinding? Are you still day trading? Once in a while, not normally, though. Normally, I like to swing my positions. Tilted, bro, 100%. Seen how bad I made the situation, full ported, and learned my lesson. There you go. That just shows you, man. So it's not your teacher's fault. It's not your parents. It's not your mentor's fault. It's not the market conditions. It's nobody's fault but yours. And you know that. And everyone knows that. Because some people will try to blame their outside life. And then other people realize, like, man, only reason I lose is because of me, man. And you really realize it's like, wow. It's all good, though. Come back strong and come back with small size. You know what I mean? Come back with small size. Don't worry about making... And the biggest thing, bro, besides all this shit that I'm saying that's very repetitive, just set us like a very, very, very strict plan. For the next 3 months, Perkins, that's what you should do. And that's how I've came off of previous losing weeks or previous losing months where I've really fucked up. What you can do is set a really, really harsh plan. Like, I'm talking about it has to be so strict to the point where if you go against it, you're fucking beat. Like, you literally got to go on a 5-mile run or something like that. Set it so strict, Perkins, to the point where you are only taking 1 trade a day max. You have to set an alarm or, like, tell your mom or dad to come into your room after your first trade and tell you to turn your computer off. Like, you got to be weird with the plan, because if you're so bad with your discipline to the point where you can't get off, you have to do something, right? And I know it kind of sounds weird, it sounds crazy, but man, it's like you have to set it very strict. 1 trade a day, 1 setup a day, you know what I mean? And then just make sure you're going in with, like, let's say only $2,000 per trade. Aim for this percentage. Make sure you have this stop. If this happens, you're off right away. No over trading, no taking random trades. Because I remember, Perkins, when I was asking you, like, why are you taking that trade right here? You were like, oh, well, this support right here, and it doesn't even align with our strategy, right? You're just taking random stuff. Remember, there's always going to be opportunities in the market where everyone can make money, right? I could have made money on QQQ here. I could have bought a funded account and tried to pass my account challenge all the way up here to make money. I could have fucking did this and shorted up here. And bro, listen, everybody, there is opportunities every fucking day in this market. That does not mean it's the right opportunity. And that's one thing people have to understand. And it's hard for a human that has emotions, that wants money, that needs money, to not trade every day, to stay patient, to not full port, because, you know what I mean? You look at the market as an everyday opportunity to make money. And it's different, you know what I mean? Really different. How do you grow a small account? You be disciplined, you risk properly, and you take it day by day, man. There's not really any more ways to put it. You know what I mean? You just take it day by day. You stay very disciplined. You got to stay consistent, cut your losses short. And another way that is very crucial, if you want to grow a small account, you want to hold your winners. A lot of people take too many profits small, and then they'll have a losing day, so then they're break even on the day, or they're break even on the week. You know what I mean? So it's very important to hold your winners. Very, very important. Yeah, Perkins, it doesn't matter whether you live with your parents or what. You'll figure out your own plan. You know what I mean? You'll figure it out, and you got it, brother. Take some time to yourself. Go on a walk, man. Figure it out. Trading's hard as fuck. It's not easy, and I'm not the type of TikTok trader to get on here and tell you you can pass a funded account challenge and get payouts in 5 days and do this and that. No, it's fucking hard as shit. And if it was that easy, you know what I mean? Everyone in our family would be doing it. All of our friends would be doing it. That's why there's only 50 people in this stream and the other people are hungover from last night. You know what I mean? So you force yourself to not overtrade because your cash will be unsettled. Yeah, you could do that. That's smart. That is very smart. And you can withdraw the rest. Me personally, I don't have a problem with that. I have like fucking $60,000 sometimes sitting in unsettled cash, like buying power. And I see that I could make more trades, and I just don't make a trade because I'm disciplined. And I know what overtrading can do to me because it's fucked me over so many times, guys. So many times. Trust me, I've done it all. I've overtraded. I've blown back-to-back accounts. I fucking revenge traded. I did it all. And it got to a point where I was so down bad in my life. I had nothing. I had nobody to help me. Like, I was so sad. And I got to the point where it was like, all right, fuck this. Like, literally fuck this. I'm done not sticking to my plan. I need my life to change. Once I changed my trading plan, once I really changed my discipline, my life changed. No doubt. Lucky, you got to do what's best for you, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people will be like, oh, this is better. Swing trading's better. Prop firms are better. ICT's better. Man, at the end of the day, it's all about how you can make money in the market, and it's all about knowing something that's going to work for the long term. That's why I always say swing trading is the best. Why do I say that? Because if we look up the top 20 traders in the world, I bet you 18 to 19 of them are swing traders or long-term investors. So that's a reason why I like trading stocks and I like swinging. Also, people will ask me, why do you trade stocks and options instead of prop firms? Because I've never met a prop firm trader that trades on a fake prop firm, which is like Top Step, Apex. These are not real prop firms. They're not backed by the SEC. So like I've never seen any of these prop firm traders that are 60 to 70 years old with multi-millions in their broker. You know what I mean? Because if you're that good at trading, you would be trading with your real money. So I look up to the biggest USIC traders, the biggest Wall Street traders. Those are the types of traders that I aspire to be. Why don't you trade futures? Because I trade stocks. That's like the only, people ask me that all the time. That's probably the best answer I got. I'm not even going to lie. Best answer. I don't know how else to answer that. Best answer. I just like stocks, man. I don't trade futures. I don't like limiting myself to just NQ and ES. I'm a swing trader. I like trading individual stocks that make very big moves up, and I'm not limited to just 1 to 2 things. Mark, it does make you pay for your lessons, exactly. So am I, Mark. Mark, have you been trading options? You've been in the Discord for so long, but I've never like seen you post like really anything. It's not a bad thing. I'm just curious. That boy just be lurking. Let's have a good week though this week, my boy. When you are scanning and looking through tickers, is there something you're looking for besides the trend line consolidation and a high ADR? Yeah, bro. So if you want to dumb it down, or not dumb it down, if you want to break it down into like a very, very informative criteria, we can look at it like this. BE is a stock that I am currently in, right? I alerted BE. In the Discord, obviously, we take these trades. I alert my watch list and all that type of stuff. So we took BE on this breakout right here. This is probably the best stock in the market at the moment, just surpassing all-time highs, looking really, really good. You can see the stock has a lot of momentum, and that is exactly what I like to trade. I don't like to trade stocks that go sideways for 9 years, that have been downtrending for 4 years. I like to trade stocks that have momentum and that are moving up, because that gives me more probable trades. It gives me a better, you know what I mean, chance for a follow through and an actual breakout instead of a fake out. So you could see the stock has been moving higher and higher. You could see off of the all-time highs break, which is this high over here, previous all-time highs at about $45, just broke a couple weeks ago. If we use this date and price range tool, the stock made a big move up of about 23%, pulled back to the 10-day, started to consolidate right here, got tight, wham, broke out. This was my entry criteria. You can see, entered at that 5-minute close, stop loss at low of day never got hit right here. Trended up, ended up opening up at about 55%, or actually it didn't open up at 55%. It opened at about, I think, 30 something. And then you can see it did push up right here to 55% where this little box that I put. And then, yeah, I hit 55% and ended up pulling back hard, pulled back to my break even, did not exit because I'm still very bullish on the stock. And I do have, I think, 2 weeks out on this. So it closed very, very nice, bounced insanely, which was very, very like, I was not expecting that. If you're in my Discord and you've traded with me and you took BE, you would have known, like, when the stock was all the way down here, at the moment, I was like, all right, I'm probably about to fucking stop out. But it bounced very, very nice, bounced exactly off of that previous resistance and closed very, very well. So you can see the weekly closed insanely bullish, daily insane hammer candle. So I'm expecting next week, and listen, I don't go off of, like, expectations and predictions. I just do what I'm supposed to do. But with this hammer candle, how we closed, I'm expecting this to move to $60 over the weekend and gap up and continue to run higher, which I am in this stock. I still do have a pretty big position in here. Let's see if I have a screenshot of my position. I don't think I posted it in the Discord. I don't feel like going on my phone and getting that shit, but yeah, we took this in the Discord. Did I not post it? Damn, I guess I didn't. All good, but yeah, I'm in this stock and then I'm in HIMS as well. You can see HIMS had a nice breakout over this level. We actually have the November contracts on these. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be targeting like 50 to 60 bucks within the next like couple weeks to next month. We have the November cons, which could look really good. How you doing, Johnny? I'm doing great, man. Thank you for asking. You got to start posting, Mark. Come on, my brother. Get active, my boy. We got to get active. Nah, Colton, keep posting it for motivation, brother. Don't post it because of like any other reason. Post it because, and you should use Boca, use the Discord for a journal. That's how you should use it, Colton. You should post, hey, you should post your losses too. Hey, I lost $400 this week. This is what I'm going to do to be better next week. Road to 10K. Bang. Keep journaling and journaling and journaling. So you have all of that data inside of the Discord, which is amazing. Because then you can go back and look. Much love, Lorenzo. Oh, bro, I'm grateful for you too, man. It was very nice to meet you in person, brother. I'm pretty sure this is the Lorenzo I met. Very grateful for you, brother. Okay, so what's your mindset when it comes to fake outs? I accept my losses, man. I'm not a... This is how I like to... It sounds harsh, but this is how I talk to myself. I'm not a pussy, and I'm not going to get scared over a loss or a fake out. I accept my loss. I accept the fake out, and I cut my losses quick, and I move on. It's exactly what I do. Yeah, Mark, that's the worst. That's the screenshot curse, man. That's why at the end of the day, just send your screenshot. It's the best. What time frame below EMAs makes you stop out? On the daily. If you're swinging on a daily time frame like this, let's give an example on HIMS. Just going to give an example right here, right? So you see this breakout on HIMS right here on a daily time frame. Look how stock gets really tight. We see a lot of momentum over this level. This wasn't earnings. Might have been some sort of news with HIMS because that's a really big day. But the point is you see the breakout, we would have entered here, stop loss at low of day, right? Moves higher, pulls back, we wouldn't have exited. We're obviously just being patient, ends up going higher and higher and higher. And then once it, bang, breaks below, that's when we're stopping our runners out. But if it is, let's say, like intraday, you can use the 4 hour to break below the moving averages. I think that's a pretty good time frame. Chewing on that neurogum, how do you know that? Damn, am I chewing loud? My fault, bro. Sometimes I know sometimes I know something is about to break out, then I get stopped out, and the next day it blows. That happens, man. You just got to accept it, and then you can't be unconfident that next day in tension span. You know what I mean? You have to have a very, very just like clear understanding of, okay, it faked out. I'm not a pussy. I'm not going to get scared, right? A loss is a loss. It's okay. You come back the next day and you keep that same confidence. Because let's give an example. Let's say you get faked out and you lose 20%. Next day you come back to the same stock. It actually breaks and you make 100%. Bang, there you go. You know what I mean? Yes, Wolf is a really, really good setup. I do like this. I think Wolf can play out very nice. It depends. It needs to bounce. Needs to bounce. I like it over 5.47. No, I do not use TradeZella. Does Neurogum actually work? Bro, I feel amazing. I'm fucking wired right now. I'm chewing that shit. I just drank an espresso and then took Neurogum. I feel amazing. It's natural too. Doesn't really have that much bullshit in it. Has L-theanine too, which I already take that with my my morning whatever it's called, morning stash or morning dose, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Do you preset your stop losses? Nope, I stop out when I want to. So like I just stop out whenever I feel like I should be stopping out, which is obviously I have a risk parameter, but it's not like if it hits let's give an example. If it hits 20% on the dot, it stops me out. No, it doesn't. Because sometimes it'll hit 20%, but it's not really below the moving averages, and I'll hold it until maybe 25% or maybe 27%. But I would say majority of the time, 98% of the time, I am getting stopped out in between 20 to 30%. What's up, Aru? Yeah, you saw them, Mark? Them shits are so goated, bro. Johnny, saw Shop, dude. Shop played out so nice, and I missed it, man. Shop was great. Shop was a great breakout. It looked like it followed through, too. That's fire, Perkins. Yes, sir. I'll see you next year, Lorenzo. Next one's going to be great. Oscar was also a great break. Could have taken that on the second day, but the entry was a little bit weird. A lot of fake outs last week, man. Last week was a very, very hard week. But I appreciate the 60 people joining up on this bit. I want to go over a couple setups really quick. That I'm going to be looking at. First setup, just to go over this, I do like snow. So the reason I like snow, just made a really, really big move up into resistance. You can see big move right here off of earnings, which is obviously a good thing. If earnings does well, that means the stock could potentially continue to the upside. That's what you want to see. So you can see that earnings did push us right up into resistance on snow at this 237, 238 level. If we do look at that, we rejected right off of it, pushed us right back down to the moving averages. Remember, stocks don't move up forever. So if we look at it in a situation like this, off of earnings, when we gap up into a level like this, and we're extended, is there a big chance that we're just going to keep continuing? No, man. Stocks don't just move up forever. They're going to have to pull back before going higher. So you can see this would have actually been a very nice short play up here to swing to the downside. It would have worked out perfectly. And the reason why I would have shorted it probably is because, for one, we were way extended from the moving averages. You can see from the 10, we were about 13% up from the 10. So that's not an insane parabolic move, but definitely a pretty big move up. And another reason why I would have shorted it is because we gapped up right into resistance. So that would have been a good move to short that. You can see would have made a big move that next day, and then you could have shorted it at the very top or shorted it this day and rejected pretty hard. Did it go lower? Yeah, it wasn't the best short, but you can see it still went lower. But I don't really trade those types of setups that much anyway. It's just an idea. But you can see on snow, we did gap up right into that resistance, pulled back, starting to build this clear resistance right here. It's not the tightest setup, but I do like the resistance. If we look at it right here, you can see we do have a nice flag or just like falling wedge right here. And I want to see the pop out of that to then get back above 237, which is that previous resistance. Once we can get above that, this swing could look really, really nice. And I would pick a couple weeks out simply because it is also going to be a monthly breakout above this high, and that could send us all the way back up to like 300. So I do like snow, 100%. So a 5-star setup is usually when it meets your whole criteria. You know what I mean? High ADR, high tight flag, clear resistance, right? The setup just looks so damn perfect, and all of the criteria meets to the point where you literally like can't wait to take the setup. But then when you see a setup where you're second guessing, the ADR is a little bit low, the resistance is weird, you know what I mean? And the market is not that good. That's more of a 3-4-star setup. Hopefully that makes sense. You know what I mean? It would take me a very long time to talk about that. It is pretty simple though. You just kind of want to look at your criteria, and you want to have a criteria before taking a trade. If you don't have a plan, you don't have a set strategy and a criteria that you're looking for before taking a trade, you're gambling and you're blindly taking trades. You need to make sure that you're taking trades based off of, you know what I mean, a setup that you have made from back testing, from collecting data of. You need to, you know what I mean, be systematic with your approach to your trading. I just continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. I have, Lil. I appreciate that, bro. PSKY, I saw that setup. But yeah, snow is definitely going to look good. I like that. I also like Ion Q. This is a part of quantum computing. Does have a 6% ADR, and this stock went insane, broke out, surfed on the 10-day. The whole time you would have exited on this day when it did break. Right here. That was a really good breakout right here. I think that was after earnings. But yeah, overall the stock is building a lot of consolidation right here. I will be watching this. You can see Daily has a lot of consolidation, 4-hour insane consolidation. I think that this could be a really nice move up, especially on the weekly, man. Like, just look at this consolidation up at these highs. The stock IPO'd in 2021, kind of went flat, started to pick up in 2024, pulled back hard the beginning of 2025, started picking its momentum up mid-2025, and now it's just been consolidating. So what do we want to see? We want to see a big move up, breaking out of this, obviously then getting above this resistance for the continuation. I would probably pick like 2 weeks out on this stock. We do still have a lot of consolidation at $48, so I would like to see us first get above, you know what I mean, 43, and then we would target these highs. These would be targets for me all the way up here. Elf looks good. I saw Elf. I liked A-Lab. I don't really like how that closed. Like, it was a good close, but it's just like, it's not something that I'd want to take. It did gap up above our breakout level though, but I would most likely take it over that previous day high just to be safe. To be honest, you could actually take this earlier if you want me to be completely honest, because it basically already broke out, but then pulled back. Closed pretty weird, so nah. I don't like taking setups like that because it makes me feel like I'm anticipating it a little bit. But I do like A-Lab. I think over that high could look pretty nice. ANET had a very nice breakout. I'm going to take that off my watch list though. Also, Tesla is going to be my favorite setup of next week. I might not even take any other trade next week but Tesla and hold on to this all week. And I might just average like probably 10 to 15K into this stock. And I'm just going to hold it. I'll probably risk like 3 to 5K on this with like 2 to 3 weeks out expiration. Late September expiration on this. And then obviously I do have my leaps as well, which could play out as soon as we do break over this 355 level. This is my favorite setup for the whole next week. If we are bullish, obviously it would be amazing if we can see Qs, because Qs did break out as well. This is a very good indication for the Qs to go higher. You can see Qs did gap up, made a really big move, and then obviously just fucking plummeted in the morning on Friday. Wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the continuation, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. It pulled back exactly to that breakout level and is kind of sitting right here. So if we can break back above like 576, 577, and QQQ can bounce off that breakout level and go higher, back to all-time highs, I think Tesla will go fucking parabolic. Same thing with SPY. If SPY can get over 650, 649, I think it can look good. I think play out pretty nice, mate. Run, beautiful breakout on Run. Loved this setup. I did take it on Thursday. I got fucking stopped out. Wait, where did I take it? Did I take it on Wednesday, I think? No, I took it on Thursday. No, I did take it on Wednesday. I took it on Wednesday at this false breakout right here. Got fucked just for it to rip. That's the worst. No, you should use TSLL. It's 2x leverage shares for Tesla. I might even trade TSLL and just put a fuck ton of money in it. Obviously, not full porting. Sounds bad saying it like that, but what do I think about Hood? It looks like Hood just got added to the S&P 500. I do have some long term on that. So I think Hood personally looks good. I think that we could definitely see a breakout on this. Depends how it opens. That's currently where we are sitting. So why does it not show me the previous day close? Oh no, it's because it happened after, pretty sure. Yeah, it should happen at like 5 p.m. Peep Wayfair, what is that, W? Insane breakout. Beautiful breakout. I would have taken that all the way down here. That's an insane continuation too. You could have taken it off of this high, of course, but the main breakout is where you want to take it, where it's getting really tight on the moving averages. So right here, you see the stock made a huge move up. Huge move up, pulls back, gets super tight, consolidates on the moving averages, bang, pops above right there. That's what you want to see. So like on a day like this, you want to take it above that. Obviously, this is a pretty higher up entry, but if you're willing to risk it for the biscuit, then take it if you like it. You know what I mean? And you can see, kept fucking ripping and ripping and ripping. This is a stock that you want to take, and that has nice continuation. Beautiful follow through on that. Intel looks good. I'm going to be watching this. I have this on my watch list. I already have it marked out too. This is a really, really good setup. Also has a 5% ADR. Looks good. I'm not really a big fan of like how the stock is sitting overall, but the setup is pretty tight. If we do look at the monthly time frame, the stock fucking sucks, it looks like. All the way down here, rejecting off the monthly. You know what I mean? I don't think this is a 5-star setup. I would look at this as more of like a 3 to 4-star setup. Why? Because you can obviously see, are we below the 200? No, we actually got back above it, but still. It just looks like the stock is bad. So I would look at this as like a 3 to 4-star setup. The setup does look good though. Like the technical analysis does look good. It's just not a leading stock. It's not like it just had a fuck ton of momentum. I mean, right here, it just had a lot of momentum above the moving averages. We've been getting tight, so it can play out 100%. But I'm more of a fan of the stocks that are leading and that are making higher highs and just, you know what I mean, ripping in the market. Like something like BE. This is something that I took right here. I didn't even tell you guys this. If you're in my Discord, you obviously already know. But I took BE for the breakout right here, sold up here for 300 fucking %. You know what I mean? So if I lose 2 days in a row and have a negative 20%, who gives a fuck? It's always the people that, you know what I mean, have terrible risk management and that don't hold their trades that will complain about a losing day or a losing week. There's times where I've made 300 fucking % on one swing trade, 500%, and then I'll have 2 losing days back to back because of a fake out, and I lose fucking 40%. Damn, bro, I keep losing. Or let's say you have the same problems. Don't bitch about a losing day. Take it as a lesson and move on. That's the best thing you can do. If you're not taking it as a lesson and you're whining and complaining about losing days, you're never going to make it. I promise you. You will never make it if you're just complaining about losing days. Hold your stocks if they're holding the 10-day. Very, very important. If a stock is holding a 10-day, take it. So yes, it is in an overall downtrend. The only reason I like this, Caleb, is because it just broke out of an overall downtrend. It broke out on the weekly and it broke out on a monthly, right? So that's a very good question, Caleb. I do look at this as obviously a little bit lower probability, but it's different. If we look at Wayfair, Wayfair's, did it break out on the monthly? Was this a stock that I was just talking about? No, it wasn't Wayfair. Which stock? Oh, Intel. That's what it was. So if we look at Intel, is this breaking out on the monthly? No, it's not. You can see it's still in deep consolidation, Caleb. So if we see this, it's still in deep consolidation and below the moving averages on a monthly. But if we look at run, it just got above the moving averages, just broke out of a very tight wedge. I look at this as a 5-star setup. Broke out off of really good earnings out of a weekly as well. Made a big upside move sideways. This is a fucking 5-star setup in my eyes. Doesn't always have to be in an up trend, but this is an amazing fucking setup. And I'm weird, gay, and lesbian, and Asian for literally getting faked out and not taking it again. Because I should still be in this. If you're in this, because I know a lot of people in my Discord are probably in this, because we were talking about it for so long. I'm so gay for not being in this. This is a beautiful setup. Really breaking it down like that, look at that monthly wedge it broke out of. Got above the moving averages, had a nice move up after that earnings, went sideways for a very long time, broke out of that, like, holy fuck. Why did I get faked out on that run? Come on. You did me dirty. I don't even want to trade you again, boy. My first TP is never really at 20%. Usually like 25 to 30. Sometimes I'm holding it more. Like my TP normally, like on BE, I took my first TP at like 30 to 40% on this swing trade. Because, you know what I mean? If I'm going into a stock with $10,000 and Let's say it pulls back and I'm exiting at 20%, I'm losing 2K. But let's say my first TP is at 20% in profit. You know what I mean? I am only making 2K, but I'm not even making that because I'm just trimming there. So I like to trim it like in between 25 to 40% normally. That's in a swinging condition if I'm trading on, you know what I mean, like a 2 to 3 week out contract. You still like RBRK? I do think that was setting up. I haven't checked it out. I saw it on Twitter. Yep, setting up pretty nice. This is going to be a fucking crazy setup. Look at this weekly. Look what happened last time. It was nice in the weekly. Lots of continuation. This can go crazy. 100%. I won 3 weeks straight, and this past was my first losing week. I just move on to the next. That's all it is. That's all it is, man. A losing week does not make you a losing trader at all. Yeah, I'm going to be watching RBRK. No fucking doubt. This is going to be a nasty monthly and weekly breakout. I'm going to be watching this. Thanks for reminding me about that, brother, man. Appreciate it. I'm going to set an alert just so I don't forget that bit. Missed my entry on Friday. Yeah, Luca, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Is that Luca in Options University or different Luca? Do you decrease position size if you lose a trade? What do you mean by that? Like if I lose a trade one day, will I go down in size the next day? If that's what you're asking, no. I'll never let one losing day deplete my confidence for me to size down. Maybe a losing week or 2 losing weeks or a losing month, yes, then I will size down and adapt. But other than that, no. I have learned a lot in your Discord, man. Let's go, bruh. That's what I like to fucking hear, bro. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, man. I put my freaking everything into this shit. So, it means a lot. Thanks. Yes, sir, Luca. Hope everything is great, man. Let's keep pushing it, man. I think Wolf will play nice, too. Open was so good, man. Koala Maggie bought this stock. I'm so gay for not being in this either. So gay. Yo, this may sound like a stupid question, but how do you stick to your system? Nothing is a stupid question, my brother. Ask anything. Like, how do you not let your emotions get the best of you? Bro, my emotions do get to me. I'm not a perfect trader. Come on. I am not a perfect trader by any means. By any means. I let my emotions get to me. I'm not perfect. I'm a human at the end of the day, and I do get emotional. I have just been doing it a lot longer, and I know how to control it, and I know what letting your emotions take control of you can do, and it can really fuck your trading up. So I literally just... I ask myself, every time I do get a little bit of FOMO or get emotions, I ask myself, Johnny, what the fuck did doing this last time do to you? What did overtrading do to you last time? What did getting impatient do to you last time? I always reminisce on the last time I didn't stick to my plan, and I remember how it made me feel, and I tell myself I don't ever want to feel like that again. So yes, I still make mistakes. Yes, I still fuck up sometimes. And I'm a human. I do that. No, if you see any TikTok trader, YouTube, any funded faggot that you guys see on TikTok or whatever it is, if you see them saying that they stick to their plan 100% of the time, it's cap. Unfollow them. It's cap. Nobody is 100% in trading. Nobody is perfect, man. These gurus make it seem like they're so perfect and they're the best of the best of the best. And, man, you got to point out your flaws as well, man. Nobody's perfect. Yes, sir, Lorenzo. Exactly. Tempest AI looks great. This is on my watch list. Where's it at? Down here. Yep, I'm watching this as well. How do you get better at managing them? Man, I have so many videos on this, brother. I could fucking tell you a story about that. You know what I mean? How do you get better at managing them? There's 100 emotions. Which one do you want to get better at? You know what I mean? If you want to get better at all of them, become a better person. Build trust with yourself. Build transparency. Transparency is everything. If you're a grown-ass man and you say, I'm going to stick to my stop loss, and then you don't stick to it and you blow your account, you're a little bitch. And that's what I would tell myself. I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with me? How am I going to go against my... How am I going to tell my... I'm a grown-ass man, and I'm going to say I'm going to stick to this, and then I go against it. Just stop. Just quit. If you're going to continue to break your rules, you just, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And you have to get in your head so much and get, like... As much as it sounds bad, because nobody talks about this, you got to get down on yourself, bro. You know what I mean? You got to tell yourself, like, what the fuck are you doing? Get yourself in check. Nobody's here to save you in your trading. Always tell yourself, like, dude, I am the only one that is going to save me. Nobody in this world is going to save you. Not your professor, not your mom, your dad. It is you versus you in this trading shit. And even in the world, it is you versus you. At the end of the day, you're the only one that's got your back. You got to remember that. So you got to fucking build your confidence up, man. Build trust. To answer your question as a whole, man, build trust. Build trust with yourself. In your actual life as well. You know what I mean? Don't say, I'm going to go to the gym and then you don't go. Don't say, I'm going to eat healthy and then you smoke weed and drink the next weekend. I'm going to stop vaping and then you vape like a faggot. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that shit. Tell yourself you're going to do something and then do it. You know what I mean? Don't lie to yourself, because when you build that habit, you're going to transform that habit into trading. How do you take, bro, these questions are very easy. So how do you take a loss like a champ and walk away? You walk away. There is no other tactic. It's like, Johnny, how do you stop smoking, bro? What the fuck kind of question is that? You just stop smoking. How do I stop Zins? I'm addicted. You stop the Zins. What the fuck else you want me to tell you, broski? I don't know what to tell you. It's just you stop. Stop being a bitch. Just stop it. Like I was saying, it's like you live the life that you choose. I'm not even trying to be on some Andrew Tate shit. I'm just keeping it 100. This is what I would tell myself. It's like, bro, you got to keep it 100 with yourself, bro. How do I stop Zins? Trust me, I was never the type of person to do nicotine. I tried a Zin like a month ago, and I was hooked immediately. I got these nicotine pouches called Ons. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. I was doing the 2 milligrams for the past 4 weeks. And I realized, like, oh my gosh, these shits get me locked in. But then I would ask myself, like, what the fuck am I doing this for? You know what I did? I finished the last pack, and I haven't bought one since, because I'm not a bitch. Dude, do I want one? Yeah, them shits are fire. But, like, do I need it, and is it good for you? Come on, bro, just quit. You feel me? Just quit. There's no other tactic. You don't get a no nicotine vape or start using nicotine patches. You just deal with it. If you have withdrawals, if you have this, if you have fucking, let's say for your situation, you said, how do you take losses like a champ? If you don't know how to take the losses, walk away. You know what I mean? You just got to build it over time. It's not going to happen right away. You're not going to get over these problems immediately. But over time, you'll get over it. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, losses are a part of the game. You just got to be process-oriented and learn from it, man. Is this going to be on your channel? Usually I like to delete these live streams. I don't know why. I don't like to keep them on my channel, but I'll keep this one for you, bro. No, I've never tried caffeine pouches. I don't really fuck with those, bro. I don't really want to put shit in my gums. I'd rather just take a fucking espresso shot like a man. That's why I stopped doing that shit, you know what I mean? Thanks, John. I needed that. Of course, brother. I'm here to help you, man. That's why I do this shit. I use 3 moving averages. The 200-day, the 10-day, and the 20-day. The 200-day is a long-term support level. I look at the daily, and if we are below the 200 on the daily, that is less probable for a swing. Why? Because if a stock is dog shit, let's give an example. On UPS, the stock sucks dick. You know what I mean? Look at the stock. You know what I mean? It looks like it's like this is after you're cracking shit. You know what I mean? Your shit's hard as hell. And then, like, after it goes right back down to soft guy. And, like, this is never good. You know what I mean? You don't want your shit to be soft guy. This is all the way down here. The stock sucks. So when you look at a stock like this, if you turn on the 200-day, look at this. We are way below the 200-day. Way below. So this is not a stock that breaks to the upside and continues below the 200-day. A lot of the times, it's just going to fucking break out, fake out, and then go lower. You don't want to trade... You don't want to trade stocks like this. Where'd you cop them? Espresso glasses? I think it was Target. It was a gift. I did not cop them for myself. Yeah, man, for sure. Just go to my YouTube. You'll see it on there, bro. I might just keep this on here. I want to do free live streams every once in a while. Do you think watching the charts on TradingView and placing trades on Robinhood is good for the long run? Dude, a brokerage is a brokerage. I feel like a lot of people overcomplicate it. You just got to get good at a strategy. You got to get good at trading. Don't overcomplicate that stuff. As long as you have a brokerage, you can trade it on a fucking iPad. I literally traded on my iPad a couple times on Robinhood. I sold a couple trades on there. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you know how to trade, that's all that matters. Webull, Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, fucking, as long as it is a SEC registered and FIRNA licensed broker, it's a good brokerage. Use it and just learn how to trade, man. How do you know when to trim profits? That's a big question. You know what I mean? You just kind of look at your risk parameters. Like, if you're risking 20%, you don't want to take profit at 15 to 20%. You want to take profit at more like 20 to 35%. And then you want to hold your runners. Make sure you're holding your trades. Then look at levels of resistance. So let's give an example on Tesla. Let's say you're trading a breakout and it starts to break out right here. Where am I going to target? I'm going to target this high all the way up here, right? At about 368, because this is a big level of rejection. When we approach levels of rejections, there is a chance that it can turn into another rejection, right? So that's where you want to be trimming profits. Let's say we start breaking above this high. Then you're going to mark it out for maybe this high or this high. I like to trim my profits at previous levels of resistance, and I like to target those highs. And I also just like to go off of percentages. You know what I mean? Like, my first trims are like 30%. Maybe I'll take a couple more cons off at like 50, 60-ish, stuff like that. Was UNH a 3-star setup because of the weekly and the monthly downtrending? Yeah, I would say that. I think it was still a good setup, and I would have taken it any day. Warren Buffett started reinvesting in that. You can obviously see the stock was not bad. The only reason this happened is because the owner literally got shot in his head. No weird shit. Like, the owner got fucking shot. If the owner is going to get shot, nobody's going to want to hold that stock. So you can see overall the stock is amazing. Flopped right into support. You know what I mean? So I personally think that this is just a very oversold stock. And as soon as we got back above the moving averages, me personally, I think this is a great setup, man. It's unfortunate, obviously, it's in a downtrend now, but I think it's a really good setup, Caleb. I don't think that you should overcomplicate 3-star, 5-star. I think that you should identify it, but still just understand the normal criteria. You know what I mean? Higher lows, lower highs, clear resistance, above the moving averages, high ADR. That's all that matters. UNH is a great breakout. I might even add long-term down here. People overcomplicate their strategy, man. People overcomplicate the strategy, their criteria. They overcomplicate getting into a setup. You just need to fucking find something that works, execute it every single day that you see it align, and build a strategy, build the criteria up on the strategy, and just, you know what I mean, just keep working on it. Have you peeped Intel? Yes, it's on my watch list. It's right over here, brother. This looks good. I like this. 100%. How far do you buy out your contracts? Usually, I would say 1 to 3 weeks out. It depends on my my expectations and what I'm looking for. Like, example, Tesla. This is a monthly and a weekly breakout. Why would I pick just 1 week out when I think this could break out for the next month? So I'm probably going to pick 2 weeks out to a month out. And I picked leaps. So I already am in Tesla. Me and my group, we've taken it together. We're in the stock right now. We have leaps. I mean, not everyone's going to trade it, obviously, but I know a couple people took this with me, right? We are in leaps. What that means is it's into the next year. I have January 2026 contracts on Tesla. So once this breaks out, these should start moving and it can make me a lot of money. But when we do break over 355, I'm still going to take like a 2 week out contract. Shouldn't have canceled it, Grant. You'll have to know if you get back in, my friend. Would TSL contracts be too wild? Nah, bro. TSLL is not bad at all. TSLL is perfect, man. I know plenty of people that trade that. It's amazing, man. If that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. There's nothing wrong with TSLL. I might even trade TSLL. Shopify is great, Will. It did already break out, though. So Shopify was a very, very good good trade. Weekly breakout as well. Very good break. Very good break on that. I do like QBTS very soon. Once this can get above the moving averages, I would look above this high at like $15.97, $16. It's all good, Grant. Just make sure you're just working, man. Save up. Cut expenses, brother. Investments are the biggest thing in your life, man. If you're not investing into yourself at the end of the day, what are you doing? People invest into the wrong things. Other day, I just paid $2K a month for this big-ass husky trainer. So I have a trainer with health. You know what I mean? It was very expensive. It's $2,600 a month just for this dude to train me, only 3 days a week. Right? $2,600 a month. It's expensive, but I want to prioritize my health, so I'm investing into myself. You know what I mean? I pay $800 a month for meal preps for a private chef to cook all of my food and bring it right to my doorstep because I value my time. Obviously, you can only do this when you have money, of course. But my point is when you do get money, don't spend it on dumb shit, on clothes, on random necessities that you don't even really need. You know what I mean? You have to make sure that you're investing into stuff that is going to better you. You know what I mean? So save up, side hustles, work jobs, invest into yourself. I promise you it's the way to success in life. You got to upgrade yourself in every, you know what I mean, everything. Just going on a 3x and adding the leverage of contracts, it's wild. Yeah, it probably is. I've never traded TSLL. I can't even lie. When you say long-term, what do you mean long-term? What did I say? Long-term, like on a stock? Yeah, exactly, Jaffier. I don't know what to tell him, man. You know what I mean? You have to invest into yourself. If you want, like, the realist education, and if you want someone to truly help you, time is money at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That's why that dude just charged me fucking $2,600 out of the asshole. At first, I was like, damn, bro, just for me to lift with you? But, like, you know what I mean? He's going to be pushing me. He's giving me meal plans. Like, I want to invest in myself, man. Like, I'm tired of the way I look. I want to fucking change it, and that's what I'm going to do. So, same thing with people with trading. People think that they're going to just hop into trading and do it all by themselves forever and ever. It's like, bro, you're just going to literally delay the gratification for way too long. You know what I mean? You're going to literally have to go against all these losses, all these hard times, and you're going to have no guidance. You're not going to have anybody showing you what to do, what not to do. That's why when you have someone to help you, when you are in a community, or if you have a mentor guiding you, it's the best thing that you can do, because it's going to weave out all of those problems and all of those losses. You know what I mean? It makes you cut time to profitability, if that makes sense. S-O-U-N, let's check it, brother. Or, I did not mean to say brother. Sorry. Yeah, this looked really good. It did break out in the PM session. It's not usually my favorite types of setups, but you can take that over the high of day right there. And I would have taken it right there at 12:15. You ever try fret? Yeah, bro. Fasting is great, man. I usually fasted. Today was like the first day I didn't fast. I had eggs and fruit this morning. Johnny, how do you know the stock you want to focus on the day? It's not really a random stock. All of these stocks are either stocks that portfolio managers are looking at on Twitter that I do find a lot of the times, or it's in my stock scanner. So these are not random stocks. My scanner has a criteria. Do you think investing $2,000 every month into a good long-term stock? Bro, fuck yeah. $2,000 a month? People don't even fucking make that in a month. Heck yeah, bro. It's a great start, man. But diversify it. You know what I mean? Put 500 here, 500 here. Diversify it into fours. That's amazing. That's what I do, man. Any money I make off of my swing trades, I have it in buying power, and I fucking immediately invest it into my long term. I want my money to be working for me. I'm not making money in trading and then just, you know what I mean, just going and spending it on random shit. I make money in trading, and I know that I'm going to get taxed out of the asshole on that. So what do? I put it into long term to make my money work for me. So at the end goal, you know what I mean, my money is always working for me, making me income. Obviously in trending markets. What was your biggest problem? My biggest problem was discipline and not sticking to what I told myself I was going to do. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, you guys can screenshot my watch list. I just bought a new mattress and it's here. So I got to go fucking put this together. So I'm about to hop off of this Johnski Hope you guys learned a little bit. Little Saturday class. Love all of you guys. If you want to join my live trading, you know where to find it. See you guys tomorrow, actually. We have another class tomorrow.